Alright, you know what it is by now. Smoking Man in the Iron Mask. Now, if I have time, I'm going to try and get to at least three topics on this one. The main topic the main topic is Obama birth certificate controversy, whole PSYOP operation. That's number one. Number two is going to be the question of Ron Paul drops out or goes into stealth mode, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully, if I got time for it, it'll be number three, the Vladimir Putin double. Okay. Now, number one, Obama. Now, let me ask you this question. I want you to sit back and I want you to think what you're thinking caps on for 1 second for me. Alright? White people, black people, Native Americans, Chinese, Samoans, Inuits, doesn't matter, right? You think they're going to put a Negro in the office of President of the United States? Okay. No history, really, to the public. And then, not secure a birth certificate, a whole phony story surrounding his life and make it be airtight. Okay, not have have a Connecticut Social Security number, some kind of transsexual nanny in Indonesia or somewhere, renounce his citizenship, all this whole paper trail, record sealed. Doesn't this sound kind of fishy? If these elites, whoever they might be, let's go through your favorite grocery shopping list of elites right now and say who did it. Jesuits, Vatican, the Order of this, Order of that, Masons, the British Crown, City of London, whoever did Obama, which he's some kind of psyop. He might be a Mangala man, we don't know. He could be a clone, he could be a CIA agent. He could be a Manchurian candidate. We don't know because let me point out too, him and Dick Lugar did get detained in Russia on suspicion of espionage when he was a senator. So Google that if you don't know. All these stories coming out of Chicago about him supposedly, homosexual trysts in the Jeremiah Wright Church, and certain, people got picked off around the time of his election. I mean, we can go on and on. The books, him at rallies, the stuff that's coming out, the stuff we got no clue about. The Larry Sinclair. So this is my question to you. Doesn't this seem kind of fishy to you? Doesn't it seem strange? I mean, because the way I think through my research, now I don't know what you've done, but their control of media, newspapers, the monetary system, the secret society system, etc., over at least the last 200 years in this country, will lead me to believe, and I might be wrong. I hope you would be right if you disagree, that they control the dissemination of information. Meaning that if they wanted it to appear that they own the fucking money, they own the documents, they own the government. They can put whatever. So you telling me he, who is the Antichrist or whoever he's supposed to be and whoever's behind him, you telling me that they couldn't come up with a birth certificate that would pass, the taste test? They couldn't have phonied and frauded his shit up already before he even started running for president? I mean, are they that sloppy is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I've seen the evidence and the information that you've seen. And it looks like, well, shit, if this shit ever broke in the open and everybody knew, then we'd have a such and such and everything he passed would be void and blah, blah, blah. We could have a renaissance, a restoration of the country and, get this nigga out of here. We could hang him or guillotine him in public and Rand Paul would, I was just watching the McLaughlin group, and the neocon guy says, for his prediction at the end of the show, he's like, if Romney loses the election, Rand Paul will pick up the torch for his dad. And that's going to lead me to my second point, because you could pretty much figure the Obama shit out for yourself. If you really think he's on TV making jokes about his birth certificate, you see what I'm saying? The shit is out in the open. So whether it's true or not, it's in their control, and this is a trap. That's all I'm saying. This is a bait. You think they leave that much evidence out all over the place? You know what I'm saying? Breitbart's dead. Ooh, yeah. That's because they can kill whoever the fuck they want, including you or me, or they'll come take your kids. They do whatever the fuck they want. You know why? Because we on this corporate federal plantation, nigga. That's why. And that goes for everybody I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to lead me into topic number 2, which was the whole Ron Paul, Rand Paul thing. Now what that is, I think it was Monday. I know all the conspiracy heads, they check Drudge. You go on Drudge, Paul out. Oh shit, everybody's like, you know, all the forums. Oh shit, Ron Paul's out. I knew it. Now, it wasn't very highly publicized, 'cause I know I didn't hear about it until the shit went down, but Ron Paul had a meeting with Ben Bernanke of the Federal Reserve. They had a little breakfast, little brunch together. Little nice little cozy chit chat. Ron Paul and the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Then a couple of days later, what happens? And it doesn't, to me, really, it don't matter, because they all puppets. But for all the people who are on the Ron Paul shit, what's up with that one? But no, I'm sure, he's cordial. He's a congressman. He's gotta be gentlemanly. If a guy asks for a meeting, they just had a meeting. That doesn't necessarily suggest that. And I feel that, because really that's true. On the level, we don't know. And that's some topics I'll get into later. Because a lot of this shit that we speak about is speculation. I'm going to give you an example. Such and such, who was instrumental in the Vietnam War, this, that, or the other, was a Freemason this, or a Knight of Malta that. Okay, no, that sounds good, and that would fit into the plan if those groups, that's who did it and orchestrated it. The fact of the matter is, you don't have the proof that they even are that you speak of. Just think about that. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I know you got all your pictures and your videos of people making, shapes with their fingers, and that proves something to you. But, riddle me this. If they've got pictures, if JFK was a Knight of Pythias, an eagle, and a Knight of Columbus, saying that James Jesus Angleton, or whoever, was also this, that, and the other, was a Knight of Malta, was a Freemason, was in this organization or that, and they pick each other off. So what does that mean if they killing each other on both sides? You see what I'm saying? If Malcolm X and these people are Freemasons and this and that and the other, and then they're supposedly in opposition or other people who are Freemasons, like the Civil War, what does that really mean? Does that mean there's chaos in those ranks too? So the Ron Paul shit, you can figure it out yourself. If you think he's been running it in 30 years clean and honest, trying to really get rid of corruption, in 30 years in Texas, and we know what famous families from Texas, well, they ain't really from Texas, but you know what I'm saying, they hail from Texas by way of Maine and Kennebuckport. We know who those people be. But I mean, if you think that's possible, and he's not a Freemason, and he's not just the steam valve for that supposed group of people in the country, then alright, go ahead, vote for him, send him your money. And I guess by him saying that he was going to lay low because it costs a lot of money for him to participate in the primaries, I guess that means that he needs some more money. So let's do a money bomb right now. Last thing before I get out of here. Vladimir Putin. I'm not going to get into doubles, presidential or political doubles throughout history, but figure this out. If you don't believe me, or I know you don't give a fuck if you don't know, but Vladimir Putin was doing the he was in a hockey match. He's singing. He's riding around on horses, bareback. You know what I'm saying? This is all a PR thing. But the point is this, okay? Since Churchill and Hitler and Stalin and even Saddam Hussein, like World Net Daily reported, she said that's not my husband when she saw him in jail. They've always had doubles. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to get too deep into that. Smoking Man in an Iron Mask.